for a moment about all of the presentations that you have heard over the past few years. What percentage of those would you rate highly effective? And by highly effective, I mean it held your attention, you were glad that you were there that day, and you were able to take some of that information and apply it to either your personal or your professional life. If your response is anything similar to that of others I've asked, it's only about 15 to 20%. That means there are a lot of people wasting a lot of time and often money sitting in on presentations that have little or no value. My job as a trainer, coach, and professional speaker is to change the world one presentation at a time. Right now, it's time for me to help you improve your presentations. And I'll do that by offering you 3 tips. Tip number 1, make a great first impression. Think about it, you only have 3 seconds to do that. As you walk up to the front of the room, make sure you have great confident posture and a big smile. When you get to the front of the room, resist the temptation to play with your clothing or start speaking to the audience. Instead, silently set up your notes. Then stand up, scan the audience, and smile. Non-verbally, what you're doing is sending a powerful message that what you have to say is powerful, is important, and you want everybody to be sure they hear it. When you do begin speaking, have an attention grabber. Instead of saying, "Today I'm going to talk about," have a startling statistic, a quotation, a story, something that will pull the audience in and be memorable. Don't bore them with "Today I'm going to." Anybody can do that. Tip number 2, engage the audience throughout the presentation. People's attention spans are very short these days, so we need to be part entertainer. We can accomplish that by speaking in an expressive voice, as I'm doing now. Do not speak in a monotone. That will put them to sleep. Make extended eye contact with various individuals. Look at friendly face number 1 for 15 seconds. Then slowly move your head to friendly face number 2, and so on, so that everyone in the room feels you've given them special attention. How about your visual aids? Are they visual, or are they cluttered with 1,000,001 words? People frankly don't want to do a lot of work, so very few words, and how about having a great photo, a chart, or something they can actually see? And make sure that you're not staring at your PowerPoint or reading your notes. Make sure you're speaking to your audience. Tip number 3, think conversation instead of presentation. Let's do a brief word association. When I say the word presentation, what are some words that come to mind? I heard you say boring, stuffy, formal, lecture, nerve-wracking. Not very positive words, are they? Let's try the same thing this time, but with conversation. What words do you think of now? Fun, friendly, natural, relaxed. As conversation is more two-way, it's more natural for people to listen to you if you're having a conversation with them. The only difference is here, you have more people present, and hopefully you've organized your points and thought about what you're going to say ahead of time. Well, it's time to review the 3 tips I've offered you here today. Tip number 1 was to make a great first impression. Remember, you only have 3 seconds to do that. Tip number 2, engage the audience by having an expressive voice, utilizing extended eye contact, great PowerPoints with pictures and words they can actually see. And tip number 3, think conversation instead of presentation. I hope that this information will be helpful to you in your next presentation. If you'd like to continue the learning process, please visit my website, expressyourselfcommunications.com. There you'll find an article called 6 S's to a Successful Start, and another one, Visualize Your Success. You can even contact me and send me an email or post a question to my FAQ page. I also have several learning resources there to help you to continue to improve your presentations. Thank you for viewing this presentation today. I'm Marcia Friedman, President of Express Yourself Communications, wishing you a great presentation.